Work, employment, and a good life. Here are the main problems that are presented to modern Ukrainians for more than a year. Why did Ukraine become a country that everyone wants to leave as soon as possible? Almost every second Ukrainian can hear such a phrase, "I love my country, but I won't gladly leave it." This is harsh, true, and modern reality. People in here all have different professions, but are they happy with the work that they have? You can love your work with all your heart, but when you do not feel the financial support, the motivation disappears, and the question arises, why am I doing it? Unfortunately, in Ukraine, if you want to create something and work for your own enjoyment, particularly, you will work without getting money for it. And to make good money, people are going abroad in search of better life and opportunities. Nobody wants to leave his home. Any person would like to live in his country, work there, have a family, and a comfortable standard of living. For Ukrainians, this process of going abroad is already quite familiar, but some of the citizens still think that we need to start with ourselves, and the state will somehow draw attention to this problem and probably start doing something and move towards improvement. But the question is, when?
I wanted to change my life. I wanted to change my culture. I wasn't very pleased with Odessa post-Soviet Russian-speaking culture of 90s because it was all the same. I had an impression that everything is repeated. Watching old Soviet movies, people are sharing jokes which I don't find funny, but if you want to be part of the society, you should pretend that you kind of find them funny. And also in my life, I feel that I do actually the same thing I did before, and even if I find a job, I won't necessarily have more money than I have right now. Well, I worked in my parents' family business, and if I would find a full-time job, I won't necessarily gain enough money to have an apartment and to rent an apartment and to travel and to live a normal independent life. I decided to move to Canada. It happened that I immigrated actually to Quebec and I integrated to French-speaking culture. And not only I integrated there, I tried to know more and more and more and more about their nation, about their culture, about their history. And I really worked very hard to learn all this and to talk to these people, to try to understand them, to establish connections with them, and maybe to be a part of their nation. I did what I could. And now when I have all this experience, I just want to share it. So I wrote a book about Quebec. It's called My Quebec because somehow it's kind of my struggle to integrate and my vision of Quebec. And also because this land became somehow mine too, because a great part of my life is there, my children were born there, and my personality have largely developed there.
It was actually my parents that wanted me to move there, and since I was around 5 years old, I knew that I was gonna go to the UK because my uncle, he was sent away as well, same as I did when he was 16, by my grandfather, and my mom as an older sister decided that it's very unfair that she didn't get the chance to go, so she decided to send her first daughter. I was really against it at the beginning because I was small and I didn't want to live in the other country. So I know a lot of people leave Ukraine in order to find a better job or future elsewhere. I have a few friends that are very against it. They say that that's actually making, that's worse for the country since all the youth are leaving and, all the smart people are trying to leave. But I think people are just trying to do what is best for them. I don't think our country will actually change if the people will stay. I personally think, I don't know everything, but I think there are too many obstacles on the way to becoming successful. There's too much corruption, you need to overcome a lot of things. I'm not saying that it's different like abroad. In UK it's pretty hard to find a job, but there's more security to there. You'll get a good salary, you'll probably get your benefits. It's a completely different way of life there. Like, it's more organized and you do have a potential of becoming something, and here I feel like you don't really.
Actually, we've been to America 3 times. So the first time was when we were on work and travel program. We went there on the summertime, so it was like 3 months. We spent there 3 months, and we worked there in Galveston, in Houston. We decided that we are coming back to United States because of our hobby. Our hobby is the pole dancing, and it's very popular in United States. And actually, it comes from United States. So we decided to do this hobby because we saw some videos on YouTube, like professional dancers do this, and we liked it so much, and we decided that we can do the same. So the first time when we came there in the program Work and Travel, we work like Mexican people. We work in the kitchen and we clean some plates. Actually, by the way, all of the students who are coming there, they are working like that. Because you have no education, yeah, and it's really hard to find a good job when you are not, when you don't have citizenship and when you don't have education and you are not American. We work in amusement park. We work there like for 3 months, and then we earn enough money for traveling for something else. So we decided that we don't want to go again in such conditions. So we decided that we can like mix our hobby with our like profession. So in the third time when we came to USA, we come like pole dancers. Yeah, like coaches. After 3 years of doing pole, we decided that we can take part in championship, and it was in Kyiv, in Ukraine, and we won the first place, of course. And then after this, we tried ourselves abroad in Russia, in Moscow. We also take part in Paranoia Championship, and there it was more like festival, but some people from America who was training there, they noticed us, and then they proposed us to work in New York. So we trained in New York like for 4 months, and then we decided that we can compete and to show our style to American people, because they had pole dance styles, but not like we have. Yeah, not like exotic style. Not like exotic style, and we also won the first place. And I think that the main reason why people come abroad or to other countries, because of the salaries and because of money. So people can earn more money, they can get an experience, they can get more connection abroad, and then come to their own country. They can invest money and do whatever they want to do. It depends on a business what you do. So the main problem is only the money.
I decided to get a foreign diploma. It has long been my plan to move to China, and now I have been in Shanghai for a year, and I'm so glad to stay here. I love it.
Really, because there are so many opportunities to realize myself. I'm making and moving, I'm translating, besides studying and getting to know China and traveling.
When creative and sensual people are framed, when nobody don't want to give them opportunities to realize themselves, they just leave the country and go there where they are appreciated. I think Ukraine will lose its human potential, and young talents will be everywhere except Ukraine, and it's so sad, and I really hope that situation as soon as possible will change in positive direction.